What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna have some fun and play some Rakdos Dragons, because everybody likes dragons. And we get to play with some lesser played dragons. And then of course it's Rakdos, and I know y'all like those Rakdos decks too. So this is gonna actually come with the format a little bit different, which as always is something we like around here, so I think y'all should appreciate this one. Let's go get into it. Quick reminder, if you haven't checked it out, please consider joining our YouTube memberships. We're going to be using that in the future to let you decide what is next to be seen in the videos, and even have a way for you to submit your deck list so your decks can be featured here on the content as well. So a lot of opportunities to make the stuff more interactive, and we're going to give something back to you for being able to support me, and I really appreciate those of you that have already come on board so far. But if you haven't, check it out. If nothing else, let me know what you think or some cool perks that you would like to see. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, now I want to start by saying one of the toughest things about playing red and black is that you end up getting in situations where you have to really decide what removal cards you're going to play, because red and black both have quite a few good ones, and that can really be a tough decision. So here we're going to be splitting the difference on a few things until we decide what we want to play, so definitely check out the end of the video because we will be talking about updates and why we wanted certain cards in here. But to start with, we're going to be playing 2 Play with Fire. And again, it's just 2, so we can try them out, see if we draw them, see how we feel about them. But 2 Play with Fire. We're going to be playing 2 Infernal Grasp. Because again, this is just hard spot removal. Gets rid of everything. We love it. Thumbs up to that card. Playing 2 Valki, God of Lies. And what we like about Valki in this deck is because we're going to have ways to produce treasure and whatnot, having it early is good just as well as it is going to be to have it late. And late game, it can just be a cleanup finisher type card. Early game, it can be pretty good just slowing your opponent down. The downside is it's probably not going to be that good against the Epiphany decks, probably ever, because even if you do get one of their Smoldering Eggs, unfortunately, they're just going to be able to probably bounce it with like Fading Hope or something. So it's just not going to be that great, but in several other matchups, it could be okay. Then we're going to play some Dragon's Fire, because of course we're playing dragons, so why would we not? Playing 3 Magda, Brazen Outlaw. Occasionally we might get to the 5 treasure, but not that often. We're mostly just playing this because it produces a treasure, helps us ramp a little bit. It's a 2-1 for 2. We don't have that many better things to play on the lower end if you're playing aggressive red and black, so it kind of just makes the cut because, but she does end up being useful for this list for sure. Orb of Dragonkind. This is going to make it easier for us to cast our dragon. So you can pay 1 colorless, tap it, add 2 mana. So basically, you tap a land and this, so it produces a mana, basically. But you use that to cast any type of dragons or activate your dragons. Though, you can also pay a red and sacrifice this to look at your top 7 cards of your library. Then you reveal a dragon card among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom in a random order. The other thing too is this isn't done as a sorcery, so you can do it at the end of your opponent's turn, which is also pretty nice if you're digging for another haster or something just as a finisher. Pretty cool. Then we have 3 Kalain, Reclusive Painter. Again, just a way to ramp our creatures, but because we have multiple things that produce treasure, you can get some really big creatures with haste, which is pretty nice. Speaking of haste, we do have Reckless Stormseeker, and this is just kind of keeping things moving forward. But we are playing a copy of the Celestis, so occasionally we can control day or night effects and get the most out of this, which is pretty cool. So we're going to see how that works out. We are playing 3 Leyline Tyrant, which is a 4/4 for 4 flyer. You can roll mana over to your following turns, which is pretty cool. And then if for any reason it dies, well, then you just get to deal all that damage to whatever you want. So this is the card that actually is pretty interesting, and it hadn't gotten a whole lot of play from the previous sets. But it actually makes sense right now, especially when you have something like, say, a Goldspan Dragon, right? Which we have later in the list. But, you know, all that treasure, you can just blow it up whenever the other thing dies and, like, do a ton of damage, right? So that's actually pretty cool. We are pairing this as well with the Moonveil Regent. So if you notice, our dragons are actually doing a lot in this list, right? We have one that can produce extra mana and or kill the opponent with damage. We have one that's going to deal damage whenever it dies, which, by the way, we do have black and red permanents, so there's a lot of times we're going to be able to deal 2 damage, which is kind of sweet. But then we also have Goldspan Dragon producing the treasure to allow all the other things to happen too. So we'll see how this trio of folks works out. But we are also playing one Inferno of the Star Mounts because if you can make the treasure, why not, right? It's a big, especially right now in a format with lots of blue running around, having something that's uncounterable is nice. Downside is they can still hit it with Divide by Zero because Divide by Zero doesn't counter, it just returns it to your hand. Blah. But, you know, we got to do what we can. So we do have 2 Shatter Skull Smashing just as a way to kind of clear the board if necessary. We do have 4 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 4 Swamp, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 4 Mountain, 4 Blightstep Pathway, and 4 Haunted Ridge. I will say it may look like a lot that we're playing the 6 creature lands, but we have so much extra mana coming in from different ways. Only occasionally should this hurt us. But I could see a situation where we scale back 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant maybe for another Mountain. But otherwise, I actually kind of like what we're doing here. But again, like I mentioned, you want to watch to the end of the video because we are going to talk about some changes to this list for sure, because there's no doubt that these numbers are not going to end up being correct. But if you want to know why we make the changes, check the end of the video, and we'll have a card spotlight for you like we always do. Oh boy. We can't keep this, right? I mean, in theory, I guess we could, but we got a mulligan. Ugh. This is only a little better. Let's keep it though. And get rid of I guess I'm gonna get rid of or 1 Dragon's Fire. That feels kind of bad. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, that's not the worst thing, right? There's a chance we could kill like a 3/3 and attack for 2 to make a treasure and then have Goldspan Dragon next turn. I kind of like that. You know, just a ranger class. Alright, well. I guess we'll attempt to kill that. Because that makes the most sense. So though, I'm sort of thinking, like, can we just run in and trade? I actually think I'm okay with that. Because the opponent might actually block. Okay. I'd rather save this, because if they do play something like a troll here, we can just kill the troll. Oh, in Search of Greatness. That's not what I thought was going to happen on this turn. Oopsie. Alright then. This is a whole different type of green, I guess. Alright. And they get a 3/3 for, or 3 mana for free. Briarbridge Tracker. Alright, no problem. We still have a Dragon's Fire up, so if they do try to Blizzard Brawl, we'll be okay here. Unless, of course, they have Snakeskin Veil, but if they do, they do. Looks like they don't. Or maybe. Well, they still might. Nope. Alright, Dragon's still alive. Oh, that was a pretty solid turn, if I do say so. Opponent goes to 12, and we get to load up a lot of potential damage here in the turn. Alright, they dead. Our opponent's name is a very amusing palindrome. It's Monoonum, or Manunum. Not really sure which it is. Champion of the Perished. Alright, so we're going to have to be worried about killing that thing. We probably sadly have to kill it next turn and don't get to do what we want to do because we probably have to keep it from getting too big. Especially if they play something that makes multiple zombies this turn or some such. They didn't, though. Interesting. If we just kill it... Alright, I'm gonna just pass, and this is probably a little risky. I probably should just kill it here while we can. They're gonna Village Rites. That doesn't particularly do anything to change things here. I mean, they get treasure and stuff, obviously, but meh. Alright, what you got for us, opponent? Another shambling gas. Alright, let's go ahead and target this to kill it. And if they have something to sack it, they can sack it. I'm not going to be too worried about it. Yeah, exactly. If you got it, you got it. I mean, our hands wasn't particularly fast, and the opponent's already seen 4 extra cards this game. So we're really going to be having to work hard to find a long-term out here. And we'll attack. Hey, new subscribers. Thank you so much. Multiple subscribers. Well, that's nice. Alright, what do you got going on here, opponent? White, okay. Makes sense. This makes the turn a little more difficult. Because part of me wants to just play another Stormseeker, but I'm wondering if it's actually better to play Kalane and Magda, then see if we can get the Stormseeker off next turn, plus maybe attack with the land. Or attack with land, I should say. Yeah. Well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well at least do this. Well, because we could attack, let this die, to get a treasure, blah, blah, blah. Could attack with this. They block, they kill it. I mean, okay. Let's see what the opponent wants to do here. Okay, so they said Infernal Grasp. Alright, so that wasn't going to work for us anyway. So, we got to go to the next main phase. So, I mean, I feel okay. I mean, we're not in a great position. We'd much rather draw a dragon or some such here. But, I mean, with things being what they are, I mean, we're at 18 against an aggressive zombie deck, it looks like, so can only be so upset right now. That's going to be a lot of cards for the opponent. There's not going to be a damn thing we can do about it. Oh, gross. Alright, not blocking. What you got for us, opponent? I think they were really hoping we block something there, but I was just like, the best thing we could do is block something, like block the Shambling Gas with Magda, because otherwise we just lose stuff and it'd just be a waste. Alright, well Magda's probably dead anyway. Yep, sounds like a plan. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to beat them when they have this many extra cards, honestly. This has to be bad for us. I found yet another removal card. Okay, well, that's actually pretty solid. I don't hate that. Let's go with this. I mean, it sucks we have to lose a life, but seems worth it. Would have liked to have drawn a dragon there, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. Okay, opponent does still have the advantage here. We're both at 12, but they have a creature and bonus cards here. About to make some more dudes with a Jadar. And they had yet another kill spell here. Ugh. Alright, at least we have our creature lands, if nothing else. If no dragons show up. A dragon did show up, though. So this actually does create a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'd have 2 treasures, so we could actually activate one of these and block if we wanted to. That could be a thing. Man, that feels risky. 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what, though? I'm kind of into it. Because if the opponent messes up, and that last card's not as live as we think it could be, or the one they draw, we could possibly still win this. Actually, oh, I did that the wrong way. I needed to leave the Hive of the Eye Tyrant untapped. Oh, no. Because I can't get in for lethal now, no matter what the opponent does. Though they seem to be aware that we have a creature land that we could activate. Yeah, I'm aware. I should have left the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Oh. Oh. Okay. Now the opponent's at 6. Now what do you do? We take 5, go to 4. If we do this, is there a way we can win? I don't think so. I think we would have had to have activated with the dragon still up, so yeah. Alright. What do we got? Bingo! Oh, that's so good. Oh, what a sick rip. Oh, so good. So good. Alright, we get to go first, but we don't have any black mana, so we're going to mulligan this. This feels a lot better to go first with. I think, though, we're going to get rid of the orb. Kind of like the orb, though. I think against an unknown opponent, though, we kind of have to get rid of the orb and keep the dragon fire. Also weird that we're just playing against Ghost. That's actually kind of a sweet username, though, if you can get it. Just Ghost. Okay, what does the opponent play here? Nothing. Interesting. Then maybe we just go for the Moonveil Regent? I'll at least do it now so I can turn into a 5/5. Now we can kill almost anything with the Dragonfire. Yeah, I don't know what mono green does here, but we're about to find out, I'm sure. If we get another untapped land, just boom, boom. Like, that's sicko. We can keep all the green stuff away from us. I mean, I would say we're, mildly concerned about a Ren and 7, but not even that. Because we can just kill their token and then attack into a Ren and 7 straight up. Actually, we may be able to race them before the Ren and 7 even really matters. Orin Refus. Okay, that's not something I thought we would see. Do we just kill the ooze, attack for 6? I'm wondering how much I even care about the ooze. That's such a weird situation to be in. But I feel like if they attack, they could pump or fight and do something. So yeah, let's just get rid of it. Decline. Mostly because we still have a kill spell. I think if next turn, once we play the Valky and then we have Infernal Grasp, then I'll go ahead and start drawing cards. But I feel like we're in a reasonably safe place at the moment. Gonna Blizzard Brawl twice. Hey, if that's what they're down to, then we just gotta accept it. It is what it is. Deal 2 to the opponent. Oh, that's pretty nice too. But first we're gonna do this. See what you got, if there's anything left to be had. Oh, we could have a Toski, huh? Well, we might want a Toski. So we could leave it where the opponent could play a Jorn. What do we do with this? Alright, I think we just end the turn. Alright, you have a Jorn. Man, this is tough, not knowing the opponent's hand. Alright, we're going to take 3. No blocks. I'm just devising how we get the most damage in. Like, do I want to play... Oh, why did we draw that? Why did we draw that? Oh. Because I really was thinking about playing the Stormseeker here. Golly. Activate this, I get 2 cards, but uses all of our mana. Alright. Dang, we're just going to attack for 3. In the turn. Now, there is a world where the opponent just has put all the counters on the wolf, draws a card, possibly finds another fight spell, and that's super unfortunate. If they don't, though, then we can attack with everything and be close to lethal. 4, 5... Actually, we would have lethal. Because we could pump the dragon. Well, no, we just attack... no, it wouldn't be. We'd be just short. Right? Because this would be 3. It gets blocked. Yeah, it'd be 7. So it wouldn't quite get us there. Well, they drew something that's worthwhile, because they're not just stacking up a big wolf here. So this is an interesting situation to be in. But the opponent seems to not... Okay, we're going to go with the Oran Refus. Alright. I mean, they've correctly assessed that we cannot kill them. Now, admittedly, if we draw a burn spell or something here, we could. No blocks. I go to 11. We're probably risking death here, because that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'd have to block next turn. Oh, boy. This is a problem. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I mean, we force the opponent to block, though, right? If we do this. Because then they pretty much block Valky to get back Toski. I don't think we care that much about that, being at 11. Because I don't have any hasty things. The downside then becomes, though, I probably just draw a card, because we're not going to be in any situation where we can cast the Inferno. Alright. I will draw a card. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's so good. 4, 5, yeah, alright. Oh, so good. Yep. Oh, time to get it, get it. I'm going to keep this one because this is the slowest hand we've had so far. We'll see how this stacks up. Ooh. I'm going to go and... Ah, dang it. Do I want to play that tap now? Trying to figure out like how much damage I'm going to end up taking by doing this. I'm going to take at least 2 from this, and I might need that on turn 4 or 5. I'm going to go ahead and put it into play tap now. It's unfortunate. I have a feeling I might need that to kill a creature later. But I'm also worried about managing my life total here. Alright. We're going to pass, letting them keep the Sculptor. I'm kind of curious what they're going to play. I mean, I guess if they just go big and play Chariot or something, it's going to feel bad for us, but... That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, that's what I thought. I should have just killed it when I had the chance. I didn't, though. Serves me right. I mean, if the opponent just drew hot here, nothing we can do about it. Let's kill this. I mean, can we... I don't think we can even race that, honestly. We can try, but I don't know that we can. I mean, we have 5 mana next turn. If we find like a 2 mana thing, then maybe. Because we can at least chump block, or if it's Valky, steal something from their hand. And that's doable. So we get in for 4, get in for maybe 10? Ooh, maybe. This is going to be real tight. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Gross. Yeah, we definitely can't do it now. Alright. Alright, looks like a keeper. Let's go. Looks like a turn 2 Magda, and then we'll hope to get lucky from there. Unless the opponent... I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's anything they're going to play on 1 that's going to change our mind. Now, the downside is, if we play Magda and then they remove Magda, that does slow us down a bit. We did find a 4th land, which helps a lot. Unfortunately, this is going to be mostly dead in this matchup. If this is any... Yeah, exactly. It's just not going to do much in this fight. We're going to have to really hope that our hasty creatures come through. Oh, blue and green. Alright, you want to divide by 0 that? Fair enough. Not at all what I thought was going on. So we may learn something here. Alright, we're going to go with this. I'm going to say, I don't know what you got, but I'm going to try to bring the flyers. I doubt they're going to tap enough mana to make us happy. Though this could also just be another divide by 0. No, it's not. What are the odds that you'll want to foretell something here, opponent? Another Fading Hope. Okay, sure. Be like that, then. Alright. I mean, they may be just taking the slow walk up to a... Oh, no, they have red mana, too. Alright, well, we're going to get that Wrenn and 7. You can best believe that Wrenn and 7 gonna be dead. How much damage can we do next turn? Because I'm thinking about activating this and attacking. We get a treasure at the end of the turn. Yeah, we just do this now. Opponent thought they was being all sneaky with the Wrenn and 7. Okay, question is, though, what do we want to do here? Because they could have something that deals 4 to all creatures and blah blah, whatever. So we kind of have to be aware of that. Kind of want to save this for after a sweeper, if there is one. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this. I'm going to send this at Wrenn and 7, this at the opponent. The 1/1 comes in, we're going to have it go at the opponent. And I don't think I'm going to play anything else here. I think I'm going to wait. Like, we've got all the hasty things. I mean, we've dealt with a couple of their big plays, or what would be considered big plays here. We were able to deal with the divide by 0. They bounced 2 things. They played a Wrenn and 7. We're at least diminishing the resources they have access to. Not to say, well, I can assume they don't have an Epiphany. But you know what they say when you assume. I'll decline in case they bounce our dude or something. Okay, so that just dies, huh? Well, opponent's at 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those don't get there. I mean, do we use the treasure for this? We're not going to use the treasure for that, right? Yeah. I mean, if you're going to kill our land, you just kill our land. I'll just have to eat it. Sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Magda here. Because if they do play a sweeper, we're playing either Dragon or Stormseeker next turn. Ren and 7, I think they'd have been better off playing Mascot Exhibition, wouldn't they? You're at 8. Assuming you block that, that'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and opponent's at 1. And then we could play... How do we do this? I mean, I guess so. Then we have Hive of the Eye Tyrant plus a bunch of creatures. We should don't have enough mana for that, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'd use 1, 2, 3, 4 for that. Yeah, this comes into play tap, so we can't actually do that. I mean, there is a play where we just send everything into Ren and 7 and then just play a Moonveil Regent, right? Is that reasonable? Alright, let's do that. So then Magda dies, which is fine. Now it's just what order do we want to play everything else? Like, how much of a gamble do I want to take? Because we know we have to punch past a lot of things next turn. So we can Moonveil Regent. And Stormseeker. Decline. Alright. So they sweeper, we dragon. If not, they make all their tokens and then we do what we're gonna do. Alright. We will play this. That would leave us enough mana to activate one of those if we wanted to. We can attack with both of the flyers, and one would get through. Did not find the removal card we were looking for. However, this also doesn't suck either. So let's go ahead and play this before we attack. Ooh, that doesn't suck though. Yep. Get another fly. I'll give you haste. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oh, wait. Does that mean we get to 4? We get to kill them? Oh, opponent blocked the wrong thing. That's right. Yeah, because this dies. We can pay 4 mana. Sweet, 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 sweet. I will take action. We are going to pay 4. And deal it to the opponent. Alright, we'll take it. Easy, Mull. Alright, keep this one. Get rid of one of the storms. Actually, hold on. Then we're going to get rid of the Inferno. Alright, we'll put that in tap. We'll probably just play Kalane, see if we can resolve a Celestis following turn. I doubt it, but you never know. Celestis is probably just going to get countered. Which I wouldn't really hate if it did, I suppose. Any chance you want to bounce our Kalane? And that would help us quite a bit, opponent. I'd appreciate it. Just gonna shoot our Kalane? I wouldn't be mad about that. Nope. They said no, sir. Well, they actually let us have the Celestis. Huh. They didn't even get divided by 0 or anything. Well, that's a little disturbing. Maybe that is just an Epiphany? But if so, what did we pause on? Maybe a kill spell? Okay, sure. It's definitely going to be an Epiphany next turn. So this is one of those, like, how much damage do we think we can get in this turn? We Goldspan Dragon as a 5/5. We get a treasure. We could play Magda if we wanna. Let's just do this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Assuming 2 turns from now, technically, because they'll have another turn. So we'll assume at least 2 birds to block with. We might want to try to cast both of these. Alright. Don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try. Then, if nothing else, if these survive, we can turn night to day or day to night. Oh, that's what you got for us? Okay. That ain't the worst thing. Yeah, I'm just playing slow rolling it a little bit here till we get another land to deploy both of these. There's a small egg. Now they can Epiphany next turn now. It's a little disappointing. Oh, though that's not bad. We have to spend our mana a little differently here to make it work, though. We could play this and then blow that up, I guess. Little mana light here, so it's not making for the easiest decisions. Let's do this. And then I'm just going to put the counter or the bonus on the Hive Tyrant since the Reckless Stormseeker wasn't going to get through anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the turn, see what the opponent wants to do. Nothing. All right. Assuming that's got to be Epiphany at this point, right? It's not? Really? So I just get a free flip? I mean... Alright. This is such a weird situation. Man, I don't hate having the mana either. Like, what's up? Man, I guess this is what we do. What is that card? You didn't draw cards with it. It's not an Epiphany. There's a Fading Hope. So the opponent's going to take 9. I mean, I guess this is where we at least try to kill it. I still think we should just respond, though. Because they're not going to block with it here, obviously. And if I don't play anything, we stay on nighttime. Which is obviously to our benefit. Opponent's going to take 9. Okay. And the turn. I mean... Okay. Resolve that one. And then we'll go ahead and kill this duder. Alright, so all we're dealing with here is just the Epiphany birds. Now, admittedly, they have 2 turns to draw something. But we're in an interesting situation that maybe that's fine. We might want that. If they end up getting something about the Stormseeker or whatever. Actually, did you get another copy spell? Or I mean another... Oh, burn down the house. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Alright then. GG's. I guess we die. Stupid Epiphanies. Yeah, we'll keep this. Playing against more blue things. At least you're doing something different here. You can have some fun with that. Can't block it. Opponent gets a card. Your werewolf changed. Now you just get free cards. Whole lot of not fun for us, huh? Back. In the turn? I guess we're just going to try to shoot that. It's probably not going to resolve, but we're going to try our best. One could definitely counter this. Which they are. Weird to put it back in our hand, but I guess maybe they find something better here. Oh, then I got a dragon. Alright, attack her for 1. Play Moonveil Regent. We might just play a land and then Goldspan and ditch our hand. Guess we're not going to get that opportunity. Shoot the opponent for 2. Playing makes it nice that we always have 2 damage there. Alright. Are we going to lose our Goldspan here? Nope. Get in for 5. Oh, this is nice because we're going to have extra mana now to go with the Shatter Skull smashing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll be able to get max on this. Though it doesn't look like we're going to have to be concerned about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack. Play Moonveil Regent. Still be good to go. Yeah. We'll get rid of... Probably Divide by 0. I don't know how they're going to get a spell back, but who the heck knows. I guess we do that. I mean, what's the worst that happens? There's a possibility they could do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, no, even then we still have Hive of the Eye Tyrant. They would gain 3 though and go to 4 if we did that. Eh. I mean, if you're magically playing that, I mean, you got it. Like, I'm just like, if they're playing Meat Hook Mastery and whatever, or Meat Hook Massacre, so be it. I'm willing to accept the consequences. Alright, we're at 15. Looking for a land so you can play that, but you still die. Yeah. Cool, cool. I actually really like that. There were some cool top decks, and it actually played pretty fast, surprisingly, with so many expensive cards. I will say, though, I think overall I wasn't that impressed with the play with fire, and I think Valky could also come out, but mostly I would leave Valky in if you were playing against a bunch of mono white, mono green, but I seem to be running into a fair amount of blue decks, so Valky's just not as good. So I could see cutting that, and maybe even cutting down 2 orbs. In their place, I think I'd like to try 3 Duress, and maybe even try 1 more Infernal Grasp, and try a couple copies of the 2/2 First Striker. What is that guy? Dang it. I'm gonna have to look him up real quick while I'm talking to y'all. Dragonkin Berserker. So I think those are the changes I'll make. You'll probably see those in the final list, but otherwise, I actually thought this was a pretty sweet deck. So if you like Rakdos and you like dragons, give this one a look. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Gravity Sphere. The weird card that just makes everything lose flying. The reason I bring this up has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it's old and expensive, whatever, but it was actually one of the first cards I actually traded for when I moved off to go to school. And it was mostly because I was trying to finish a trade with somebody on the Rec.Games boards, which, by the way, go to the Wayback Machine and look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But that was the only way I could get the trade done, so I had to go to the local store, ask for that, and something else. I can't remember. Raging River, I think, was the other card. But yeah, and one of the dudes who actually thought I was just a complete noob even trading for those ended up being one of my long-term friends. So just, there you go. Opportunity knocks. You never know what's going to happen. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, you will be able to get it down in the description below, along with links for our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch stream, and most importantly, our Discord. If you want to come by, say hi, come chat, get deck help, all that stuff. Also, don't forget that we do also have memberships now here on YouTube. So if you want to be part of getting to shape the content and maybe even have your decks featured here on the content, that's going to be the way to go. Remember the memberships. Click the button. But otherwise, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, tell your friends about it. You know the drill. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.